Welcome back with Raising Macintosh. I'm Ashley, and this is baby Malaya. She's baby number 4, our newest member to our family. And so today I'm going to be going ahead and doing the top 6 remedies or things we have found that fight constipation and gassiness in babies. Seems like all of us moms have the same issue, whether you're a first-time mom or whether you've had multiple kids. You have the issue of babies at the hospital. She or he seems to be doing well at the hospital, but then you bring them home and they're gassy or fussy because they can't pass gas or because they're constipated. And so I've come up with my top 6 things that we've done to fight this problem. And again, we are baby number 4, and so we've gotten a little bit more advanced over time with ways we can help combat this issue, and I wanted to share those. So we'll go through those, number 6 being what helps but's the least helpful on our list, all the way down to number 1, which we have found to be the go-to, works every time. So number 6, I will go ahead and share. I have one of these already, but I purchased another one of these recently to keep in our second vehicle because they have come in so much handy in the past. And so this is a soother. It's a vibrating Hedgehog Soother. It's called a Calming Vibes Hedgehog Soother, made for newborns and up. It can be used as a toy. Can also be used as a soother, and it vibrates pretty aggressively. The nice thing is you can hold it onto baby's belly, and there are different settings on the battery pack. So you can have it run continuously, you can have it shut off after a certain amount of time. If you're using it as a toy to keep in the stroller to help them fall asleep, you want it to turn off. If you're gonna use it to help them with gas and pushing gas through the belly, then you'll wanna leave it on continuous and just hold it to their belly, and that helps them to press the gas through. So this is number 6 on our list. Definitely helpful, worth purchasing. You can find this online. You can also purchase it at Target. They're $14.99 at Target, and they're found in the infant toy aisle. So definitely worth purchasing, number 6. Number 5 on our list really helps gas the most, but I've also found that it also helps with pooping. So if they have not had a bowel movement, Milocon Gastrops. You'll definitely want to use these. You can use it more than a couple times a day. Directions are on the bottle. If you'd like to check with a doctor, that's fine prior to using, but this is Milocon Gastrops. We use this pretty much every day. We don't use a ton of it. I would say we use about 3 doses per day. Probably 1 in the morning, lunch, and afternoon. I will say that my baby is breastfed all day long and has 2 supplemented formula bottles at night. And so we typically put 1 dosage in the morning, the lunch, and the PM bottle for baby. So this would be number 5. Definitely a go-to, worth purchasing and having on hand. Still, we use this daily, but not as good as my number 1. That's our number 5. Number 4 on my list is going to be the Milocon Probiotics. So we've started using Milocon Probiotics. There are multiple different brands of probiotics. There's a Culture Probiotics. There's a Mommy's Bliss Probiotics. There's multiple different brands. We went with the Milocon brand, and we seem to have very good success with this. If we've found that baby is gassy or having some abdominal pain due to not having a bowel movement, typically when we give this to her, and you only need 1 drop, technically, and you can do that up to 6 times a day. And so we typically only need 1 to 2 drops, and by that 2nd drop, she's having a bowel movement pretty quickly. So this will definitely help with gassiness, fussiness, colic, all due to not having a bowel movement. And this can be given multiple times every single day. You can add this to your nipple if you're breastfeeding, or you can add it to your formula or your breast milk. So that's our number 4. Number 3 on our list is going to be bicycle legs. So we definitely found, I'm sure everybody has heard of bicycle legs that you do with baby to help push gas through the abdomen. And I can show you what that looks like. I'm gonna pull out my DockATot here really quick just to give you a visual of what bicycle legs mean and how that works, and hopefully baby will cooperate. So what you'll do is you'll lay your baby down flat, and when you lay her down flat, or hen, you're going to just rub their belly like this. I typically like to use 2 fingers. I just rub her belly down like this and then hold her legs up. So I'll do like this. And this will help her to push out any gas that she has. Babies are still learning how to use those muscles And so it makes it difficult to push the gas out or to poop. And so helping just rub their belly and lift their legs, as you can see, definitely provides some comfort and helps them to push that gas through. And if she doesn't go right away, I'll put her legs down, rub her belly some more, and then do the same thing. Hold her legs up, push her belly, hold down and rub her belly like such. You don't have to do this for very long. You'll hear her go. You'll hear her have some gas and push gas through by doing this method. So just keep doing it. The other thing is sometimes in between those pushes or rubbing, we do the bicycle leg. So we just do kind of like this. And then we'll do it again and rub her belly. So what I like to do is when I know she's gassy, go ahead and try this as one of my steps. So if I've already used the soother, I've already done the Milocon Gastrops and the probiotics, and she's still a little bit fussy or gassy, then I'll lift her legs and start doing this. Typically this helps her to push it out if she has any issues or hasn't done it yet. Okay, so that's number 3 on my list. Let's see, number 2 on my list is going to be Gripe Water. So Gripe Water, there's multiple different brands of Gripe Water. I have the Mommy's Bliss one. I found the best success with this one. This can be given many times a day. I never need it that much. If I've tried all of these steps, if I've tried 6, 5, 4, 3, and I still haven't had a baby that has gone to the bathroom and had a bowel movement or hasn't passed gas, I will resort to the Gripe Water. Typically, again, she will have one, a bowel movement using this if she hasn't already. Usually only needs 1 or 2 doses of this. And then she has a bowel movement. If she doesn't, you can give this up to multiple times a day, even more than the Milocon. So definitely a good go-to. That's our number 2. And lastly, number 1, which I wish they had these around when I had baby number 1 back 15 years ago, but they didn't. If you want something that is guaranteed for your baby to have a bowel movement and to relieve gas, it can be used for a bowel movement or for gas. It is number 1. It will do it every time. I can tell you this item has not failed me yet. Then the go-to works every time within minutes is going to be my item number 1. It is a must-have for all moms, whether you're a new mom, a second-time mom, 3rd, 4th, or 10th time mom. It is a go-to necessity for every mom, and that is our Frida baby, Wendy. This, I was hesitant to buy these because I wasn't too sure about the concept. But I used it one time and literally was the most amazing product I've ever used. So a couple different suggestions when using this product that I wish I would have known before using it for the first time. So number 1, when you do use this, make sure you have something under you. Most likely, if your baby hasn't had a bowel movement and you're using it to assist with a bowel movement, this is going to get messy. So you're going to want to have a receiving blanket, some sort of changing pad under you, something. So make sure that you have that readily accessible and you have a diaper and wipes handy. And so how these look is, they look like this. They're disposable. You use it one time, throw it away. These are not intended for multi-use. So one time, throw it away. This right here is the where you're going to insert this into baby's bottom to help relieve and cause a bowel movement. That causes the stimulation so that baby ends up having a bowel movement or passes gas. Let's say it's not a bowel movement your baby needs to have, but you hear they're super colicky or super gassy and they just can't push that gas out. If you insert this into baby's rectum, this will go ahead and allow the baby to have a bowel movement or to have push their gas out. So you'll insert all the way up to this part right here, which is the stopper. Prior to inserting it, you want to lubricate it. I use Aquaphor or some sort of slippery lubricant just so it doesn't hurt baby going in. Similar to like the inserting a thermometer concept back in the day that people used to insert a thermometer to help stimulate the rectum to push a bowel movement out. This is very similar to that. Couple things to be aware of. Make sure you lubricate this. There's a little hole in this. If you can see the little hole, if baby does have diarrhea and has a bowel movement, diarrhea will shoot through here into this end. So when you insert it, be prepared for diarrhea to come out this other end. I was not prepared for that the very first time I used it, and it totally caught me off guard. So make sure that you're mindful of that, that will happen. And then if you do insert this and baby doesn't push out any gas or have a bowel movement, simply remove it. Do bicycle legs, hold baby's legs up to their abdomen, rub their belly a few times, and then do it again. There's been times where I've had to insert this maybe 2 or 3 times, and by the second or third time, it's done. Whatever she's got has come out. And so you will know when they have gas. You'll hear like a whistle sound. And so you'll know when they're pushing gas out. I can say that there's been times I've used this and I've done it once, heard the gas, and then stopped and threw everything away. But then about 10 minutes later, baby was still frustrated and in pain from gas because she didn't get it all out. She only got one out. So now when I use these, it is intended for a one use only, but in one sitting. And so if I insert it and she's pushed out one gas, I will always keep doing that same protocol of insert and then remove it, put her legs up, rub her belly, and then put her legs down, insert, and just kind of keep doing that same rotation, maybe 4 or 5 times. That way, if she does have 2 or 3, bouts of gas that she needs to push through, she can get those all out in the one sitting. Typically, after I've inserted it a few times and I do it and there's a consecutive 2 or 3 times with no gas, I know she's done and she's pushed everything out. Or once she has the bowel movement, if that's what's bothering her, we don't keep pushing. If she's had the bowel movement, that's it. We trash it along with the dirty diaper, and it's no good any longer. And so you can buy these pretty much anywhere. They sell them on Amazon, Target, Walmart, Bye Bye Baby. Pretty much anywhere that sells baby products, you'll find the Frida Baby brand, and there's multiple different ones. There's like the nose sucker. They've got multiple different things. And I've tried pretty much all of them, but I will say this Frida Baby Wendy, the gas passer, is the absolute best product I have ever used to help stimulate a bowel movement or aid baby with passing gas. So to all you first-time moms, returning moms, pro moms, here, this is my 4th. I thought I was a pro, and I've tried all of these things, which usually work. But there are some times where I need a Hail Mary and I need something that is going to work that night for us to get any sleep and for baby to get any relief so she's not in pain. And when that happens, always have these on hand. I keep these in my diaper bag. I keep them in my baby's nursery. I keep them everywhere, and I always have them accessible because if we ever need it, we have them and we move on with life. If we don't have these and we've exhausted all of the other options and they have not worked, baby's in pain, and that's a problem. So number 1 recommendation, if you don't have these, go out and get them. They run about $13 for 10 of them. It's not really a very bad price because you're not gonna get to the point of needing this frequently, but when you do, you need it, and at that time, Target may be closed, and Amazon doesn't come till tomorrow. So you wanna make sure you have them on hand at all times. Again, number 1, go to get some of these. If you don't, I give this product 5 stars. Thanks for watching our channel. Please like and subscribe. When we get to 50 subscribers, we will be giving away a $20 Bye Bye Baby gift card, which you could totally use to buy one of these. Again, like and subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching Raising Macintosh. I'm Ashley, and this is baby Malaya.